Okay, welcome prospective students. This is just an overview of the most important courses to take during your first year. As you know, and actually you see that in the screen that I'm sharing, it's the first year, the fall term of the first year of modern languages. And the idea when we created the program and structured it the way it is now was to facilitate your experience and give you fundamental courses that can be used for any type of degree that you want to pursue. In other words, if at the end of the first year you want to specialize in something different that you had in mind, these courses would still be useful and actually applicable to any other degree that we offer. So I'm going to start with the important notes that concern the BA in Modern Languages. One course has to be taken by all students in the Faculty of Humanities and Social Science, Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, for short FAS. It's called GART 1500, and it's effective writing. It is, in essence, a heavy-duty course on how to prepare you to write assignments, including prefaces, summaries, or short essays, long essays, all of the above. It is important to consider that language courses count as arts or science courses. The label is arts or science. This is useful when you check your degree mapping through your UWindsor application. There you will see what is missing, which courses you have to take. You will be helped by an academic advisor, but it's also good to be aware of it on your own. Students studying within the faculty, which includes a lot of departments and schools, there are 12, are encouraged to review the overview page. Now, let's move into one course at the time. As I was telling you, the definition is pretty clear. It's a foundational course aimed at developing effective writing skills for communicating ideas in academic and other contexts. So you will be exposed to a serious review of grammar, paragraph writing conventions, academic learning, and also critical thinking. It is a hybrid course, so some classes you will be attending in person, some other classes will be taken remotely online. Now we get into the more specific courses of modern languages. In certain years, you find this one. We call it INCS or INCS 1200, Introduction to Language and Linguistics, or as you can see at the bottom of the paragraph with an asterisk note, students can also take 2200, INCS 2200, if in that year the two courses have been inverted. So the order can be INCS 1200 in the fall and INCS 2200 in the winter, or INCS 2200 in the fall, INCS 1200 in the winter. Now, these two courses, if we take, they don't have to be taken in a sequence, obviously, since they can be taken, in inverted orders. They are together a scientific study of language. So in these courses, you will learn how we classify sounds of letters. So you will become familiar with consonants, sonants, vowels, and you will learn the International Phonetic Alphabet. You will be exposed to semantics, the study of meaning of language. You will be exposed to the evolution of language, language origins. You will also study the typology of languages, so families and language classifications. So it is the scientific study of how languages work. It has nothing to do with learning a language, but it gives you the tools to understand how the language system works. And it doesn't matter. It can be Chinese, it can be Arabic, it can be a native language. So this encapsulates 1200 and 2200. I repeat, INCS or INCS 1200 and INCS or INCS 2200. One of these two courses will be available for you during the fall of during the fall term of your first year, and you would have to choose that one. This is an explanation of what I told you. It's the other course. It's INCS 2200, Language, Linguistics, and Society. And again, it emphasizes in the little explanation below the bold letter title, the scientific study of a language and its interaction with society, okay? Regional variations, and also biology notions, language and the brain, language processing, and how we acquire a language at a tender age. So language acquisition, or at a later age. So child language acquisition and adult language acquisition. I'm going to move on to another one. Now, since the BA in Modern Languages intends to give an opportunity to the student to familiarize themselves with the literatures of all the three main languages, German, Italian, and Spanish. So any literary work written in German, in Italian, or in Spanish, we created this course, which is called INCS or INCS 1370. And this is some sort of an historical anthology. In fact, it's called Introduction to German, Italian, and Spanish Literature, but it is almost an anthology that gives you an historical bird's eye view of how these literatures developed. So it is mostly an anthological course, and it's kind of interesting to take because it would be useful also if applied to other literatures. Let's take a look now at the intensive training languages. I'm going to show the three of them in a sequence. It's German 1020. The code is GRMN 1020, Intensive German for Beginners. Then there is IETLN 1020, Intensive Italian for Beginners, or Spanish 1020, Intensive Spanish for Beginners. These courses, the three of them, can be chosen. You don't have to specialize necessarily in German, Italian, or Spanish, but by taking them, you're taking courses that are usable against your degree. So you can always change your mind during your second year. But the only thing is that they do entail a certain amount of commitment and dedication because they are intensive. So you're meeting every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays for classes which have a duration of 1 hour and 20 minutes. There is no need to have previous knowledge. In fact, it is better not to have a previous knowledge of the language. But if you are already a little bit advanced, you can be put in a superior level course. So I repeat, they are German 1020, Intensive German for Beginners, Italian 1020, Intensive Italian for Beginners, and Spanish 1020, Intensive Spanish for Beginners. Since they are intensive, they count for 2 courses. So when you compile the list, the roster of your courses for the first year, you would have the effective writing course that we have already talked about. Then you would have one of the 2 linguistics courses, either the 1200 or the 2200 linguistics, the ones that we have already discussed. That makes them 2. Then you would have the 137, which is in English on the literatures of the 3 languages, German, Spanish, and Italian. It's all in English. And that one takes you to 3. Then with the language training that you choose, being these courses intensive, you reach quota 5. So you have your first 5 courses for the first term of your academic year, the fall term. Okay, so that takes us to recapitulation. Major courses, as we said, GART 1500, Effective Writing Part 1, and then INCS 1370, and possibly INCS either 1200 or 2200, and then your choice between German, Italian, and Spanish language intensive training. Obviously, during the rest of the year, you will be able to take INCS 1200 if you have taken, INCS 1200 if you have taken English INCS 2200. So the one that you have not taken, you will be taken in the next semester. And then you will be also able to choose one social science option or one art and language or science option. All this will happen very smoothly, and I'm going to move to the tips for planning a successful semester. It's an interesting and right connection, because all of this will become even clearer if you stay connected with your academic advisor. You will be given one at the start of the semester. And the other three tips that are very important in modern languages are, well, one is general. It's general, and it's good for any degree, is to manage your time well. You will be more independent than in high school, but that also means more responsibility in the administration of your time, be it free or instruction time. So you have to be very responsible in arranging your time. Then another important thing that is sometimes overlooked, learning languages, especially the language training, the intensive one, is a little bit like math. You can't really make up for 3 weeks of lack of a participation with one cramming night. You will not be able to do that. So it is important to attend, especially language instruction, on a regular basis. And then obviously practicing your language outside of class would be ideal. This can be achieved through many possible activities, like having a pen pal, like having a Skype or a Teams conversation with a friend abroad, watching TV on YouTube in the target language. All these things are highly recommendable. And with this in mind, I wish you a wonderful start of your fall semester.